Welcome to the deep dive. Get ready, because we're jumping right into the thick of it at Computex 2025 in Taipei. The whole theme is AI next, and you can really feel the buzz.
Oh, definitely.
He's got all these, top tech minds together, showing off what's next for AI, for chips, even quantum computing. It's the future happening now.
It really felt like a significant moment. Computex is always huge, right? A major global tech show.
Yeah.
Having it in Taipei, well, it's the perfect place. The anticipation for NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang's keynote specifically was just palpable this year.
Absolutely. And that's what we want to unpack today, really get into the details of Huang's keynote. We're on a mission sort of to understand his vision for making AI, easier for everyone to access, and the new infrastructure they're building for it.
That sounds good.
Okay, let's dive in. Huang kicked things off, comparing AI to basic infrastructure, like electricity. What's the thinking there?
Yeah, that analogy is pretty central. He's basically saying AI isn't just another tool anymore. It's becoming fundamental. Think about electricity or telecom. They weren't just inventions. They became the bedrock, the essential stuff that powered, everything else. Huang argues AI is hitting that point now. It's becoming the foundation that future innovation across all sorts of industries will be built on.
So it's bigger than just like smarter software.
Much bigger. It's the whole system underneath. He talked about the pieces involved.
Right.
You need the chips, obviously, for the raw power. Then servers to hold them, networking to connect everything fast, the software to run it all, and the AI models themselves. They all have to work together.
Okay. And he had this interesting way of describing the models, like a new kind of library.
Yes, that was quite insightful, I thought. He wasn't talking about just like a database.
Yeah.
These models learn, they reason, they interact, and the real power comes when they're shared.
Shared.
Well, imagine different industries using and building on the same foundational models. You get this compounding effect, more efficiency, solving bigger problems faster because you're not reinventing the wheel every time.
Okay, that makes sense. AI is the new foundation. But how do companies, actually plug into this? Is that where the build your own AI factory idea fits in?
Exactly. That's a really key shift he highlighted. NVIDIA announced this thing, the RTX Pro 6000 Blackwell Server Edition.
Right.
And the big deal is it lets companies set up their own AI infrastructure in-house.
Ah, so they don't have to rely only on, say, renting time from the big cloud providers.
Precisely. They get a blueprint essentially from NVIDIA to build their own AI factory right in their own data center.
Okay, so what does that actually let them do differently, having their own setup?
Well, it gives them a lot more control and flexibility, too. They can train their own models on their own data, which might be sensitive. They can run inference that's using the trained models on new data to make predictions or decisions. And they can scale up their AI work all inside their own walls. That's huge for certain industries, like finance or healthcare, maybe.
Yeah, I can see that. Now, something else that caught my eye was NVLink Fusion. That sounded different, more collaborative.
It is, yeah. What's really interesting there is it breaks down walls between different kinds of chips. This tech lets NVIDIA's GPUs connect directly with CPUs and even chips from other companies like Qualcomm, MediaTek, Marvell. He mentioned a few. It points towards a more open AI platform, instead of everything being siloed.
So data moves faster between different parts, less of a bottleneck.
That's the idea. It's like a superhighway connecting them. Allows for potentially much better performance overall.
So it's not just an NVIDIA-only playground anymore. They're opening the doors a bit.
Seems that way. The goal appears to be a more mixed environment. Heterogeneous is the technical term. It encourages people to build systems using diverse processors, but still get that NVIDIA GPU power where it counts. You can tailor the system better.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. He also talked about quantum computing and this AI for Taiwan project. That sounds pretty ambitious.
Oh, absolutely. He positioned quantum and supercomputing as sort of the next frontier. And this AI for Taiwan project, done with Taiwan's National Center for High Performance Computing, is a really concrete example of that.
And the scale of it. That supercomputer sounds massive.
It is. Over 1,700 NVIDIA GPUs. That's a huge amount of power focused on research.
Research into what specifically?
The big areas mentioned were quantum AI, using quantum principles for AI, basically. Also material science, so discovering new materials, and cryptography, data security for the future.
Wow, so big science problems. And doing this in Taiwan sends a strong signal, doesn't it?
Definitely. Huang really stressed this project helps strengthen Taiwan's role in the global AI picture. It's a major investment in their research muscle and, confirms their importance in the whole tech scene.
Right, reinforces their position.
Yeah, the potential impact on those fields, materials, crypto, simulations could be really significant.
Okay, now the hardware powering a lot of this future stuff,
Right.
the GB300 system, and this new center, NVIDIA Constellation. Tell us about those.
Right, the GB300. That's NVIDIA's next-gen AI platform. It's pretty beastly. It packs 72 Blackwell Ultra GPUs, 36 Grace CPUs, all in this liquid-cooled rack, massive memory, up to 40 terabytes, and super fast networking.
Good grief.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And who's it for?
It's aimed squarely at those enterprises building their own AI factories, designed for training those enormous AI models efficiently and also handling the inference when they're put to work.
And NVIDIA Constellation, the new R&D center in Taipei.
Yes, that's another big piece. Setting up this center in the Beitou Shilin area, it just doubles down on Taiwan's importance. It shows NVIDIA's long-term commitment to the region as a hub for AI innovation and, the supply chain too.
Makes sense. Okay, before we hit the vocabulary, Huang had a quick sort of fun way of looking at how AI is evolving. 4 stages.
He did, yeah. A neat little framework. Stage 1 is perception AI. That's AI recognizing things, images, voices, that sort of stuff. Think facial recognition. Stage 2 is generative AI. That's the stuff everyone's talking about now. AI creating things, text, pictures, code, music.
Right, the image generators and chatbots. What's next?
Stage 3 he called agentic AI. This is where AI starts making decisions and taking actions more on its own, with less direct human input. Think maybe managing logistics or running experiments.
More autonomous.
Exactly. And stage 4 is physical AI. That's when AI moves into the real-world robots, machines that can actually interact with their environment and do tasks physically.
Interesting progression. Perception, generative, agentic, physical. Got it. All right, let's switch to our English vocabulary corner. We pulled out some key terms from the keynote that are pretty useful for understanding all this AI talk. First up, chip.
Right, a chip. It's that tiny electronic part that does the data processing in computers and gadgets. Like the example, NVIDIA designs powerful chips for AI and gaming. They're the brains, really.
Okay, next, server.
A server is basically a powerful computer that provides services or data to other computers on a network. So AI servers help process massive data sets quickly. They do the heavy lifting.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Third, AI, short for artificial intelligence.
Yes, AI, artificial intelligence. It's the whole idea of machines mimicking human smarts, learning, solving problems. The example was AI can now generate images, write code, and respond to questions. It's the big picture.
Then we heard about agentic AI.
Agentic AI. That's the kind of AI that can make decisions and act on its own to reach goals, often without needing constant human guidance. Like, agentic AI systems can operate with minimal human input. They have more independence.
Okay, next term, quantum computing.
Quantum computing. This is a really advanced type of computing using quantum physics. It can solve certain problems way faster than normal computers. The example, quantum computing could revolutionize data security. It's a totally different way of calculating things.
Got it. Number 6 is accelerator.
An accelerator. That's a piece of hardware, often like a GPU, that speeds up specific jobs, especially tough ones like AI training. So, GPUs are often used as AI accelerators. They take the load off the main processor.
Right. Then architecture.
Architecture, in tech talk, means the design or structure of a computer system or processor. We heard NVIDIA introduced a new server architecture with NVLink Fusion. It's like the system's blueprint.
Okay. 8th word, supercomputer.
A supercomputer. Just like it sounds, an extremely fast, powerful computer for really complex tasks like scientific research. For instance, Taiwan's new AI supercomputer will be powered by 1,700 NVIDIA GPUs. Top-of-the-line computing power.
Next, ecosystem.
An ecosystem here means that whole network of companies, tools, and tech working together in an area like AI. The example was NVIDIA is building a global AI ecosystem with its partners. It's about how everything connects and interacts.
We also have data center.
A data center. That's the building, the facility that houses all the servers and computing gear for processing and storing data. As in, many data centers are upgrading to support AI workloads. It's where the cloud physically lives, basically.
Okay, almost there. Integration.
Integration. That just means combining different systems or parts so they work together smoothly. The example. NVLink Fusion allows better integration of GPUs and other processors, making things work as one.
And finally, deployment.
Deployment. This is when you take something you've built like an AI model and actually put it into use in the real world. So AI models are trained and then deployed into real-world applications. taking it from the lab to reality.
Okay, great rundown. So wrapping up this deep dive, it feels like the big message from Jensen Huang at Computex was really about AI becoming more democratic, right? Spreading beyond just the huge tech companies to all sorts of industries, even individuals,
Yeah.
making it more accessible.
Absolutely. That came through loud and clear. And tied to that, you really can't miss Taiwan's role in all this. NVIDIA's investments, the partnerships, it just highlights how crucial Taiwan is, not just for making stuff, but as a real leader in AI innovation and the whole tech supply chain. Its role seems to be growing, if anything.
Yeah, it really does. This whole discussion paints a picture of AI moving incredibly fast, which leaves us with maybe a final thought for you listening in. Building on that idea of accessibility.
Mm.
The question isn't really if AI will affect your work or your industry anymore. It's more about how and when you'll start using it, integrating it. It's not some far-off future thing, is it? It's here, and it's developing right now. Something to think about.